That is a very good question. Why do I keep making people cry? And the answer is because I need your tears for sustenance. It's the only thing that fuels my soul. But the more truthful reason, it's because I like to have balance when it comes to the genres and stuff. I like making my funny D&D skits and everything. Those are fun to do, but sometimes you need a little bit of variety to keep yourself spiced up and everything too, so that way I don't burn out and everything. There's only so much comedy you can do until your brain starts running out of ideas for said comedy stuff. And I've always liked to experiment with with drama, with comedy, and see what we can do with them together. I love exploring the serious side of D&D just as much as exploring the comedy side of D&D. I feel like with D&D or tabletop stories in general, they're a very interesting way to tell a story, and putting it into that mechanics and everything and the rules it stands for, plus the lore that each game has and everything is very interesting. It's a lot of fun. I make these sad D&D stories because I like to experiment. I like to see what we can do to be like, hey, we've kind of run down these tropes that we are familiar with, these tragic backstories and everything. What if we took them in a serious route and be like, all right, we're not doing it for the means of the tragic backstory. Let's explore this tragic backstory of characters and see what we can do with them. Like the whole Bard seduces a dragon meme, that's based off of Belvy and his wife, Odaleth, who very much I love dearly to bits and pieces. I love doing Belvy and Odaleth content so much. I need to pick up on doing more content with those two together because they're just an awesome couple. I like to spin the tropes on their head, flip them upside down, and say, let's take this a serious route and let's actually try to do this in a serious tone. People would say that fighters are boring class, and I would say, I bet. Let's make the most tragic fighter you've ever met who's also a himbo and loves their partner very, very dearly. And if I'm making you people cry, that is a good thing. That means the pieces resonates with you. That means you really had a visceral reaction to it, and that is a good thing. I'm glad that it's making you emotionally resonate with your emotions like that. That makes me, as a writer, as a performer, very, very happy. So yeah, that answers your question. Thank you so much for asking. Peace.